Hey, this is Frank from Max Digital. As I mentioned, I wanted to shoot you over this quick video with some specific things that you guys can do yourselves to help bring in more business just by better utilizing both your website and your Google business profile. All right, so let's jump in. I see you guys are in or service at least the Brooklyn area, so I did a quick Google search on AC Repair Brooklyn, New York, and this is the search results page. And since 90% of the people never click past the first page, it's important to have your business popping up on one or more of the three sections of this first page. So now let me get into three things that you can focus on that will set your company above your online competition. The first, aside from paying Google to advertise to be in this first section here, the one thing you can do to strengthen your Google business profile so that you can be one of the 3 or 4 businesses that Google places into this second section here known as the map pack is you can optimize your Google make sure that your Google business profile is optimized, meaning you filled it out completely, all the different fields that Google asks for. So I noticed here you do have a profile already set up. You do not have any description of what you guys do, which you should try to use that 750 characters field to describe using some local buyer intent keyword phrases, which I'll talk about in a second. You also want to make sure that you're continuing to get reviews and upload photos to the profile so that you can try to outnumber the number of reviews and pictures that these guys have. Secondly, you want to make sure, because Google is a popularity contest, they are going to look on the internet and see which AC repair companies are most frequently mentioned across the internet in the Brooklyn area, and that's how they're going to determine who fits in this or who gets into this section here. So you want to look and see how many online directories your competitors are listed in, and you want to beat them out. And you're going to need to register your company in 100 or so more online directories than these guys are listed in. So you can go out to different registries like Yelp.com or Nextdoor.com, and it just takes time to go out to those sites. Many of them are free to join, but again, it takes time to go out to them and enter in your business name, address, and phone number exactly the same way you guys have it set up with Google in the profile here. All right, so that's how you get into this section, which about 30 to 40% of the traffic is going to go to these businesses. So it's important if you're looking to grow to be in that section. This next section down here is known as the organic listings, and to rank high in the organic section, it's based on the strength of your content and your backlinks profile. So let's just take a look at your content and backlinks and compare it to Einstein's plumbing and heating, since they are the #1 AC repair website in the Brooklyn area. All right, so looking at your site here, the site looks really nice. It's got some good pictures and everything. It's got a nice layout. One thing to note is that Google usually likes to see 1,500 to 2,000 words on the home page for you to be considered an authoritative site or an expert in the niche. But that could vary based on your competition and the number of keywords that you're trying to rank for. You guys have about 500 words on your site, so it's an opportunity for you to improve your ranking just by adding additional content to your site. You definitely want to, even if you don't get to the that threshold, that 1,500 to 2,000 word threshold that I mentioned, you definitely want to have more content than your competitor has. But you don't want to just have any content. It's important for your content that it be dense in local buyer intent keyword phrases. Those are the words that people are actually frequently typing into the Google search bar and the phrases that you'd like your site to be found for. So the more these keywords are mentioned in your content, the more relevant Google will see your site to the searched phrase. So I wanted to show you this tool that I use called Ahrefs to analyze different websites. This is your website, and I can see you're currently ranking for 56 keyword phrases. So when I click into it, I can see that the keyword phrases, many of them are actually local buyer intent keyword phrases, such as these two right here: New York AC repair, air conditioning, New York air conditioning. Those are all referencing both the location and the service, and so those are exactly what you want. You can see the volume here, 30 searches per month, 200 searches per month for this, 100 searches per month for these two, and so forth. And you can see where you're ranking currently. So you are ranking in the top 10 for this one. The other ones are on page 2 and 3, and so forth. So that is one thing you want to definitely try to do. If you look at your competitor, they have a lot of, you can see Brooklyn, a little bit more specific, Brooklyn air conditioning repair, 200 searches per month. These you can tell by the KD, which is the keyword difficulty. These are a little bit more difficult phrases to rank for in the top 10 because they have higher KDs than these other ones, or than some of these other ones anyway. This one here has got a low KD, so it would be a good one to try to build your site around by embedding these keyword phrases into your content. So the more you have them in there, the easier it is for Google to see that your content is relevant to what was searched for. All right, so that's content, and then backlinks is the last thing I wanted to mention. Backlinks are just links from other websites over to your website, and they act as an endorsement of your site and give legitimacy to your site in Google's eyes because they see that other companies are linking their site to you. So it obviously means that your site has got some value to it. So you want to beat your competitors both in terms of quantity and quality of backlinks. Quantity you are beating Einstein Plumbing here because what's actually ranking ahead of you here is the #1 site is actually a back page for them. So their backlinks are actually going to their root domain, and they don't really have anything going to their, other than this one, they don't have anything going to their back page here. So they're not getting power from backlinks. Really, they're getting power and beating you based on just the way their content is written. So one thing that a lot of companies will do is they will have a separate page for each of the services they offer, as well as each of the locations they offer, because that allows them to have a decent amount of content dedicated to that service or location, and that allows them to have those local buyer intent keyword phrases embedded a number of times within that content, which makes it easy again for Google to match up the content to what's being searched for. And so the more obvious it is to Google that your page is relevant to what was searched, the higher that your ranking is going to be in this organic section. So hopefully that was helpful. Just to recap, your Google business profile, you want to register in more online directories than your competitors are listed in, as well as make sure your profile is updated in all the different fields that Google is looking for. On your content, you want to have at least 1,500 words to be considered an expert by Google, and target the local buyer intent keywords as much as possible within that content. And then lastly, just continue to build up your backlinks profile, linking to quality sites. So again, you can take this information and implement strategies on your own, which I'm totally cool with. Or however, if you do want an efficient way to save yourself some time and get the same thing accomplished, I'm certainly available to help. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you wouldn't mind just responding to the email to let me know that if the information was valuable to you or not, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks and look forward to hearing from you.